In teaching learning process, communication play important role. So today in this video we will discuss what is communication, principle of communication, and what is the process or cycle of communication. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Teachers Wisdom. Arvinder Kaur this side, assistant professor. Derived meaning of communication. The word communication derived from Latin word communis, which means to share, to give, to take the information, thought, ideas, gestures and feeling. So it means that communication help you in sharing your ideas, thought, information with other person in the form of verbal and non-verbal message. General meaning of communication. Communication is a process by which information, experience, ideas are shared by two or more than two individuals. So it is very important that there must be two or more than two individuals. If there is only one person is communicating, that means that is not a communication. So there are 5 elements of communication. First is who says, means who will be the sender. What is said means what content will be communicated between sender and receiver. How communicated means what device will be used to communicate or what tool will be used to communicate. To whom is communicate means who will be the receiver, who will receive your message. And what last is consequences of communication means what will be the result or what will the outcome of the communication. Then we have definition of communication. According to Edgar Dale, communication is the sharing of ideas and feelings in a mood of mutuality. Mutuality means there must be mutual understanding between receiver and the sender. If you are sending anyone message but that person is not interested in listening you or interested in getting your message or feeling or your thought, so that communication process is not complete. So there must be mutual understanding between receiver and the sender. Then according to Mary Hurst, communication is a process of mutual exchange of thought, feeling, ideas, fact and emotions. The sender is saying something and receiver is also expressing their feelings, their ideas and thought. So communication is basically a process in which you are sharing your ideas, your thought, but with mutual understanding you are sharing your ideas and thoughts. There are two forms of communication. The communication is classified into two categories. First is verbal communication, that is oral, visual and written. Second is non-verbal communication, that is gesture, your facial expression, your body posture, etc. So it means that when you are communicating your message to anyone, whether you can communicate your message with oral, visual, written, or even you can use your body posture, you can give smile to a person, express your feeling, you can give facial expression, you can use your body movement, hand movement. By all these also you can express your gestures to the receiver. Then characteristics of communication. First is purposeful process. Yes, communication is based on some objective or goal. Second is interactive process. Yes, there must be interaction between sender and the receiver. Third is intentional and unintentional process. Sometime it is planned, sometime it is not planned. Then fourth is continuous process. It is lifelong process. Every time you communicate with anybody. Fifth is contextual process. On the basis of some content, on the basis of some context, you communicate with other person. Communication occurs at different levels. Communication occurs at different level means sometime it occurs at your home, sometime at school, at your workplace. So it occurs at different levels and the purpose of communication at all level is different. The last point is communication is content and relational aspect. Yes, communication must be some content which we are sharing with each other and that content must be related with your practical life. Steps of communication. First is sender who sends you message is your content. Encoding means in the word or sentence you frame your message. Medium means through which device or tool you will send your message to the receiver who receives your message. Decoding means when you manipulate the sender's message in your interpretation. And last is feedback means when you are replying to the sender. Then the process of communication. First, sender will formulate the message. Maybe he can formulate the message in his mind. Then he will encode the message. That means he will frame the message in the form of words or sentence. Then he will transmit. Then he will transfer the message to the receiver. Now the message is ready, and through some medium like through some gadget, like for example phone, you will send the message to the receiver. Now the receiver will receive your message. Now he will interpret the message. Interpret means he will try to understand, he will try to decode your message. Now if receiver is interested in sending you back the message or want to reply back, then he will transfer the message to you. Then he will again formulate, encode and transmit the message through some medium. If the receiver is not interested in sending you message, that means through decode your process of communication is complete. So decoding will be the last step. But if receiver is interested in sending you message, then definitely he will formulate, encode and transmit the message through some medium. Principle of effective communication. First is principle of readiness and motivation. Teacher should be ready with the content. She should pre-plan that what she is going to teach in the class. Principle of appropriate use of language. Language should be understood by the student. So teacher will use that language in which student can understand the content. Then principle of lucidity. Principle of lucidity means content must be clear and easy for the student. Principle of precision. Principle of precision means content must be exact and accurate for the student. Principle of division of content. Yes, content must be divided into different parts. It will be beneficial for teacher also and for student also. Principle of intonation. Intonation means your voice, your pitch should be according to the topic. Sometimes you have to use higher pitch and sometimes you have to use low pitch. Then principle of feedback and reinforcement. Feedback means you are asking question and students are replying you, or if students are asking any question, you have to reply, you have to make them understand. Reinforcement means you are motivating them by saying good, very good, excellent, or you are writing the child's answer on the blackboard. So in this, child feel reinforced. Then principle of pupil centeredness. Yes, there is individual difference, so definitely content must be prepared according to the every child, because every individual is different from each other. Then last is principle of sharing and interaction. Yes, there must be two-way communication. If there is no two-way communication, the process is incomplete. So there must be sharing and interaction between teacher and the student. So it is all about communication. If you like my video, kindly subscribe my channel, kindly like my video, share and comment on my video. Thank you so much.